time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for rebirth. Yeah, time's up to say goodbye to all the haters, doubters, and non-believers trying to bring you down. In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will feel free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you are the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck.
Woo! Always jumps in on me like that. I gotta set a fade for this song. Good morning. Where's my mixer? There we go. All right. It's Sunday morning. Good morning, folks. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Digital Senior Rudy. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Joe. Background looks very cool. Thank you. I'm tweaking it. There's probably more tweaking going to go on this next week. I like my colors. Everything's looking good that way, but I don't know. I have you see I put this logo here so you didn't have this big black, area here. But now I feel like I got I mean, I'm over branding. If you can do that, I don't know. I've got my, this logo up in the screen. Thank you, Sean. I've got I put a logo on my headset, my VR headset, but then I've got this guy up here. So I am in the state of Indiana. Often in a state of confusion. Good morning, Hans. Good morning, Alberto. And Alberto, you don't have to tell us that, Spazia. Yesterday, of course, it's kind of melancholy for me, right? I mean, my right or your right? I don't know. Yeah, we had there we go. Sorry about that. We had my favorite band's drummer passed away unexpectedly, I guess. Some recent news came out that I've been reading, and as I sort of suspected, and probably many people suspect, it's most likely due to most likely due to a drug-related overdose of some kind, or maybe not an overdose, but a bad mix of whatever. Preliminary toxicology reports. There was THC, antidepressants, opioid. He was rock and roll. So, yeah, it's tragic, and my heart goes out to his family. He had a wife and kids. Not that I'm aware of. Hans, I do not know. Good morning, Stephanie. So the investigation is still ongoing. So, but yeah, like I said, my heart goes out to his family, the band, and myself, as well as hundreds of thousands of millions of fans, are still kind of in shock and disbelief. So, but today we will. I mean, I got away from the computer yesterday. Needed to get out. Snow. What the hell are you talking about, Stephanie? I mean, Michelle. Sorry, Stephanie. I meant Michelle. Snow? Wait, where are you at? I think Lori Goodpasture, she's she's in it up near Indy, close to me. Yeah, and I knew you were at a bordering state at least, and I'm like, snow? Dang. We didn't. I don't know. I haven't looked outside. All I know is people was out mowing their grass yesterday. People were out mowing their grass. I got out of the house. I went to see The Batman. Has anybody in here not seen The Batman? Or, don't care about The Batman? If you haven't seen it and do care, let me know right now. I don't want to spoil it. Other than, we know who you're going to wait for it on Netflix. I would go see it. Interfleet, you're a sci-fi guy, I go see it. Go see it. If for nothing else than to wash the stench of Wonder Woman 1984 and the Justice League movie Snyder cut off of you. It's just my personal opinion there, folks. My personal opinion. If you liked both of those movies, I'm not going to judge. But Wonder Woman 1984 was garbage. I think Pattinson, not Patterson, Pattinson. Pattinson has breathed some new life into that character, I think. And I'm sorry, for me, way better than Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck did a better job than I thought he would, but I just... Now again, the Ben Affleck character of Batman is an older Batman. Right? He's kind of an older... So, I mean, really, you have to look at them different, right? You look at them different. Ben Affleck played kind of the more worn down, beat down kind of, elder Batman. Robert Pattinson's was a younger Batman. I mean, and that was the whole thing. This was an origin story without being an origin story, is what I'm telling you right now. It's an origin story without being an origin story. It did not feel like they were trying to. For me, people might have had some different takes on it. It did not feel like it. It was, they were trying to reboot it. But it was just kind of a different, It's snowing for you too, Joe. I just saw that. Wow. So yeah, if you like good movies in the theater, Chris, go see it. Go ahead and see it. Go to the matinee. It's cheaper. But yeah, I mean, I thought they did a good job. Joe is in a whole nother country. Joe's in another country. So states do not, well, I don't know. Joe, I don't want to show my ignorance of Canadian cartography or, you know, border terminology. Province, yes, I was going to say territory, but province, yes. And the punky come in to say good morning. So you're a fan of Christian Bale, Hans, but you haven't seen any of his Batman movies. That is a tragedy. The Yukon, I think, right? The Yukon territory. Joe. That is a tragedy. I think, you know, for me, Christian Bale did a really good job. I did like that trilogy of movies. But really, you know, it's almost like yesterday, fresh in my memory, the portrayal of Batman by Michael Keaton is still fresh in my head, and Jack Nicholson. That's funny, John. Good morning, John. Well, they are still out there somewhere. You can still see them on some sort of media. So, yeah, we went and saw that. I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. Went and ate at a new pizza place. Well, not a new pizza place, but this pizza place we hadn't eaten at before. It was all right. It was all right. I'm looking at getting a new studio fan. Well, you can't see it, but well, I could show it to you here. Let me do some our engine. Oh. Some R engine. So I got that fan up there. Or it's not a fan, it's a light. It's a light fixture. This is actually, Eddie, I've got this nice tray ceiling going on, right? This is hey, what's up, James? This is my studio is what was the dining room. The dining room. And so that fan, I keep calling it a fan, that fixture I put in because I wanted to give it kind of this room a kind of an industrial look. All the, you know, the furniture with the exception of the shelves you can't see, you know, it's kind of a I use kind of a black frame. I was going to do a whole black pipe furniture setup with my desk. I mean, go out and buy all the materials, and you know, I was measuring things, but anyway, this fan, the light, it gets hot, like David's studio, right? It gets hot in here. It gets warm, especially with the addition of another computer. I got 3 computers in here, and there, half the studio's got blankets up on the walls to dampen the sound. But anyway, we went to Lowe's, and I'm looking for a ceiling fan with lights in it, but I need a small one, you know, something that's going to fit within that circle. I don't want a big, huge one, you know, up there. Because I don't want one that is going to be noisy either. And but I still want to keep the industrial look. So that's what we went to Lowe's yesterday to look for those. I didn't really find it, and then I started looking online and found some pretty yeah, that is not a fan. It is just a light. But it looks like one of those old, you know, industrial looking fans. But they have fixtures like this, ceiling fans that have the lights that are more on the outside, and there's a fan attached to it too. Those look really cool. But I also want to get some, because those have those vintage bulbs in them. I love that vintage look, those vintage bulbs. But I want to get the vintage bulbs that are LED, that are RGB LEDs, so that I can use it for extra lighting. So anyway, there we go. Now we're back to looking at the Grimalien, the setup. You could see Godzilla in the shadows waiting. Godzilla's waiting. I moved the Falcon up here. I moved the Falcon. Can we see? This camera is shite. Never mind. That one's shite. Anyway, my plan for the studio is I've got these bookcases that you can't see because they're all covered up. And usually I like my my shot more. Ouch! I just rolled over my toe. Killed it. Oh, you know, you got these bookcases with stuff on it. You can't see them anyway. They're all blurry. I don't know. I like the colors. I just need to move things around so it doesn't look, I don't know, so chaotic. Anyway. Happy Sunday, everybody. I'm on my second cup of coffee. We are going to do some graphics here. One of the things I've been working on for a while, and I think I'm almost there. Chris. We're gonna put this out here soon, I swear to God. Is my template, my overlay template it has 19, I believe, right? Yeah, let me make sure. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9. This is the, we're gonna start putting out template packs with 9 with 9 overlays, right? 9 overlays. Yes, this is a Photoshop one. I'm also going to do an Affinity one. I'm still working on trying to, kind of learn the ins and outs. This is a Photoshop one. And I've got my instructions all ready to go. Have some folks look at this and see what they think. I want to thank the Politics Show and Sean from over at Erupt TV gave me a few tips. What's up there, buddy? No worries, Sean. I did get that template you did the other day and looked at it, and it there are some things that I still got to look at it more, but I think the mechanics of it to where I want to be able to output everything in one fell swoop. That's what I need the art boards for. So, because I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. Easy. Is Nova here? No. Yeah, yo, Nova. Again, I hope everybody's doing well on this Sunday. All right. So, like I said, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Got 10. 10. Sorry. Grim, where is your merch available? You like my hat. All right, my merch. You can go to Geek Skull Outfitters, check out the Grim Skull collection. That is my store, it's kind of the combo store for Overland Geeks and my stuff, and any other collections that I'm working on that I'll be doing. You can get this hat, you can get t-shirts with my logo, you can get stickers and stuff, and all of that helps support my channel. But my plan, of course, is also not to just do my sticker, my logo stuff. I'm going to be doing some other, designs as my time permits. So I've got this, my template here, and let's see. I think I fleshed out the instructions. So you open this up, and I would say, make sure you create a backup of this file. But of course, if you keep the zip file somewhere, you'll always have a backup. But create a backup of the file before you do anything. That way, in case it just goes all foobar, you can start over. But then always remember to always be saving. Control S. Whenever you do something, hit that Control S, or go up and do a file save, or even a file save out, or whatever, however you want to do it. Just make sure you save, because all of us who are in the creative field know when we're working on stuff. Man, the worst thing to happen is you're in a flow, right? You know what I'm talking about, Sean. We're in a flow. We're working. We're not really thinking, but we're just doing it, and we're like 100 steps down the line of what we just did, right? And all of a sudden, it locks up, right? It locks up. Maybe you have a power hit. Exactly. Exactly. I still need to get me the Geek Skull OG gray black snap cap. That's the nicest color of the bunch. Oh yeah, yeah. I like the gray one. Hi, sweetie. So always be saving. ABS. I'm gonna create a t-shirt for that. Always be saving. Because you don't want to lose hours of work. I know in like Premiere and After Effects, there's an auto save, but I don't think there's one in Photoshop. At least I've never looked. And there's probably a really good reason for that. But always be saving. All right. So how to replace a background. Here's how this thing works. So in the control panel, artboard over on the right. I probably should say layers. I don't know if artboard will work, but Photoshop folks know that there are artboards in it. So in the control panel, the artboard control panel, you're going to go to your replace background. Right? You're going to double click that green. Oops. And I need to make that green. I said green. Did I say green? Green. Maybe I need, okay, orange. I want to say orange. And then I think I want to replace it. Because this needs to be orange. Orange, okay. That needs to be orange, but I want that to reflect the current background. So let's do that real quick. I'm going to take a screen grab, file, new, create. We're going to paste it. I'm just going to zoom in here real quick. I'm going to Control C. Let's go back and we're going to paste it. Pasted it in the wrong place. We're going to go to instructions. All right. Boop. Ah. All right. Let's get rid of that one. Delete. Okay. And we're going to go back over to our text and we're going to say, because it should be orange. Orange. Orange, replace background here. Let's take out here. Layer. Right. Don't forget that like button. Thank you, Michelle. Yes, if you enjoy the content, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit the bell so you get them notifications. All right, so we're gonna, in the control panel layer, we're gonna twirl that down. You want to double click on replace background layer. In the now opened replace background, in the opened replace background PSD, place your image. Let's go. overlays. And I'm just going to grab something that's just to grab it. All right. So in the replace background, we're going to go over to, let me switch to a duo screen for you guys, right? So I can grab, you can do it from file, your Windows file manager or file explorer. If you have Bridge, you use Bridge, you can do that. That's what I'm using. You can also, do a file, file open from another window. But you just got to you got to find the one you want and drag it in. You can cut and paste it, like I said. Right. Once you get it in there, then you're gonna scale and center as desired. Oops, it disappeared because I didn't place it. But here we go. I'm just doing this really quick. I'm just kind of, and I'm gonna save it. I'll go back. There we go. Now everything has changed. All of my different overlays are changed. Okay. So once you get that, you can save it. Now we want to change the border color. Right. And I put a handy like current, what things look current, so you don't have to like sit there and keep going back and forth. The background and then the current border color. So for the border color, we're gonna pick a color. With the eyedropper tool. I'm gonna use a blue color since it has some blue in it already. Right, and then we're going to, in the control panel, the artboard layer, double click the purple, change border color. So we're going to go back to our control panel, which you won't see. You will not see the control panel because I've got it hidden. And that's just so you don't delete anything on your control panel. These will not have instructions on how to change the cutout. This is just the very simple one. But Chris, you have donated. You've been a supporter and donated some money, so you and I will. I can create a video, a quick video at some point, and get that to you so you can have a reference on how to do that. This one is just the basic, easy peasy one. But yeah, Chris, you and I can get together and communicate, and I can get you kind of a how to do that. So I generally may create a secondary video for because I'm going to create a video on how to do this, what I'm doing now also. And then, and that's just the basic, kind of the basic level. All right, so we picked a color, which is blue. This blue color, it's over here in our little color swatches on the side. So then we're going to get in the control panel artboard. We're going to double click the purple. That's going to open up our layer there. Let me, okay. That needs to be purple. I am going to do that. Close that. We're going to rasterize, raster layer style. There we go. And I may just go ahead and like put like some primary colors in here also. There's a few things I may leave in here and then not give instructions on, only for those people who, if they've used Photoshop enough, they'll recognize, you know, like right now I've got this black, there's a black layer in here, right? If I take off the layer effect, it's just a black layer, but I've got the color overlay that you can then double click and then, you know, pick a color. This gives you a bit more control over the subtleties of the color, but for simplicity's sake, like Alex, you know, Alex from the politics show, you know, we would try to make it as simple as possible for those people, because you don't want people to have to, like, you know, always come back and ask questions on how to do things. But anyway, so we are going to we're just going to pretend, you know, we're just going to pretend that there's only one layer in here, and that's this top layer. Go back to our instructions, and it says in the new change color file, use the paint bucket tool to apply the color from step 1, which we chose a blue color. So we're going to go back to the change color. We're going to go find the paint bucket tool. And then we're going to add that color, and then we're going to save. I'm going to close that one and the new background color, or the new background. And now we have a new set of overlays with a new background and new colors, right? So the next step is to export all of these, right? So in the layers panel, or I should, yeah, over the layers panel, select the top green layer. So I'm going to select the top green layer, and then I'm going to hold my shift and then click the last green layer. And with those selected, I'm going to right click and choose quick export as PNG. I'm then going to browse to wherever I want to put them. And always, that's one thing people kind of go, they kind of don't ever, they just kind of save them, right? They just kind of save them. Whatever pops open, they save them. But, you know, my recommendation is just, you know, make sure you create a place, a specific place to save them so that you know where they are. And it could be in your, you know, your quick access pictures for all I care, right? I mean, just as long as you know that's where you're saving them to, and not just go this PC and then save, right? So I'm going to go to my Grim Productions, my overlays, my static overlays and my finished, and I'm going to create a new folder. We're going to call this I don't know, blue frame. I'm going to select that folder. Once I select that folder, I'm going to pull up the File Explorer. We're going to go to where I saved them, overlays, static overlays finished, and blue frame. And there we have it. We have all our files. Now I've got underscore there. That way, you can go and add, whatever. If you have several sets, you can add in front of that some sort of prefix that you want. That way, if you create a few, you can separate them out, right? Another way to do it is you go to File, Export, Artboards to Files, right? You want to browse. I'm going to do that same one. I might even change the instructions to reflect this too. It saves it to that folder, but then you can put, prefix. So we're gonna put BF2. You want to save them as PNGs and with the transparency, and run. With this way, it will kind of go through a process, so it's not as quick as the other way. The quick export is the easiest, but this way you can put new prefixes in front of it, and I'll probably just put that in the advanced thing and not this one. So that's that. So does anybody have any, what do you think? Is that easy enough, for simplicity's sake, for the first kind of official overlay template? And this is my process for creating the, the members ones, the $7 ones, basically, that we're selling. But if you're a VIP already, then these are free. These will be the free. That the ones that I create this way are free. Well, I mean, they're not free. I mean, you, as part of your VIP membership, you get access to these at no extra cost. Am I opening up the artboard somehow? You have been zooming in to work on them. Okay. Make sure Each page on the artboard. No, okay, like what you're seeing here right now, every one of these is a single artboard, right? It's a single artboard. Right? When you create a new Photoshop file, you can create a regular file. Like I'm creating a 1920 by 1080, right? And it's just a regular Photoshop file, right? There's no artboards, and you know that because it does not have a name up here. There's no name of this, right? The way I'm creating it, I am not creating them by like creating this big single artboard file and then overlays. Where are my static finished? Right, because if you oh, dang it. You can do it this way to where you create, several in a single artboard. You can do it this way. But each overlay is its own artboard. This is not. This is each of these is not an artboard. These are all just layers within a single file. Now, if you have that, you can go up to layers and the drop down and do artboard from layers. It will create a single artboard. Actually, if I go and I select all of those, then go artboard from layers. That still only does the one. So you can choose one, say artboard from layer, or select each of the files within. If you have it all as in one file, just go to each of them, right? And do artboard from layer. Now you have separate artboards that you can work with. And again, the way I do it is like I'm gonna delete a file here, and then I'm gonna drag in. Or you don't even have to drag in. You can just go. Pick a color. Green. I think. Come on, green. Give me a green color. Create a layer. Dang it. Create a layer within that artboard. I'm going to turn these other artboards off, right? I'm going to jump that up, jump that, and then delete that layer. All right. I'm then going to right click. I'm going to right click on this green layer. Create a smart object. I'm going to call that background, right? Background. I'm then gonna alt left click and drag that from artboard 3, which is the bottom one, because it does it in reverse for whatever. I'm gonna drag that same one. Is that making sense to you, Chris? Am I making sense? All right. So I'm going to delete these other ones, right? So with that background 3, right, then we can go in and we can change, you know, change that to yellow, save it. And they're all yellow. Now you can do the same thing. Yes, right? That's what I just did, right? I went, that's the whole point, right? But you got to remember to link, you got to use that same background layer, right? That same smart object. You got to copy it to wherever you want it to change on other things. Let's go back to my original file. Like so, I can double click on that background layer, open it up, right? I can do whatever I want in the background layer here. Like, you know, maybe you want to add some you know, some extra logo or extra elements or what have you, right? Let me find something to put in here. All right. I'm going to drag in a logo, right? Let's just make it, you know, something that's easier to see, right? So I've opened it up, right? Put a little logo there at the bottom. I want to do something kind of, you know, fancy and just, you know, ghost my logo here. And I'm going to save it. And then I can go back. I go back to my original file, and there it is. It's reflected in the background and then, you know, everywhere else. Is that what you're talking about, Chris? So yeah, you have to open it up within you have to create it within an original file, but then when it's a smart object, it opens up by double clicking. You can edit it. Like I said, put in a new background, add new elements, whatever you want to do, right? I'm moving those around. I'm going to save it. and then boom, it's changed. It's changed, right? But you have to do it from the basically the seed, I guess, for lack of a better term. I don't know. What would you call that, Sean? The seed. Because every other background are just copies of that, and they're duplicates of that, and they're all connected to the original one, right? They're all connected to that original one. That's what enables it to, to where you don't have to do the same thing 10 times, right? And that's the whole point. That's the whole point of this this template, is so you don't have to sit there and recreate every single overlay each time, or so you don't have to sit there and like save 10 different copies of the one file, that you got to change. That's the point of this template. Core file, yeah, the core file. It's a good term. Or the original or duplicate. Base file, that works. Base file too. I did not do a poll. And I think only because and here's the as much as I'd love to support like the older versions and stuff like that, I think I'm only gonna do CC for now. If there are folks that are using InDesign and Photoshop and all that stuff, man, they're going to be able to figure this out easy. If this is more for, hey, I got Photoshop, how can I do this? I want to make some, I want to be able to create my own overlays and yada yada yada. So I think the purpose of this is kind of to be as simple as possible, and the same thing I want to do with Affinity. Yeah. It's one of those things where there's going to come a time where I got to do a cutoff to where I can't support every single version of. Because that's the thing. It's like, most of the time, if creators are out there creating their own stuff for their streams, they're not necessarily trying to get into, learning 5 different programs. I think, I think for you and me, Sean, I mean, we've been using these programs for a long time, and we know the ins and outs of them. I think most of a lot of streamers are not necessarily designers or graphic designers, and they just want to be able to create themselves some nice overlays and then get on with doing their content. till they grow enough to where they can hire us, right, Sean? Right? We don't want to be giving away the store. We want them to hire us. So the rest of you guys don't pay attention to what I'm about. Just don't listen. I mean, just you mute it. You can mute it. It's just, you know, just what I'm talking, you know, it's like, Sean, we want to give them just enough information, right? Just enough information to where they who did that? Who did Interfleet? Oh, you man, you are thank you, sir. I appreciate it. We want to give them just enough information so that they go, hey, I really like what you're doing, but you know, I'm having trouble. Do you think you could design me some stuff? Shh. It's a trade secret. That's a trade secret, Sean. Shh. It's a trade secret. Shh. Student version? What's a student? What are you talking about? I have no idea. Yeah, so I think for now, I you know, this is going to be an Adobe CC version. Maybe at some point I may figure something out. Yes, ancient China. Exactly. All right. So I'm kind of resetting my template here. I should really just revert to save, but I'm gonna say save. Yeah. Place background. Do that. I'm going to. All right, save. So again, now Hans was saying what? Hans said what earlier? Hans, let me. I'm going to address that comment real quick. So creating them templates can take anywhere from 7 to 40 minutes. What do you mean? With this, with my template here, to create a set of templates, you know, your own templates, you know, if you're not, maybe you're just not a graphic designer, but you have Photoshop because you like, you know, doing Photoshop things, right? You know, because people have Photoshop for different reasons. Maybe they want to enhance their photos. Maybe they want to, you know, do some photo editing, stuff like that, you know. You know, this is a system just to be able to, for people to be able to, you know, create different looks and feels for their overlays easily. So it should not take you the most of the time it takes if you're going to use my template is in trying to find the background you want to use. Right? It should take you, you know, 5-10 minutes at tops, you know, to do the actual creating. Once you figure out, you know, once you figure out what your background is, and then what your color is, you know, what your border color is. Which, Sean, that's what I did. I went in and each file. Let's go up here. Each file or artboard. Each artboard on this. I'll break it down here. Like, we have our cutout shape layer, and then I have a border shape layer, right? I'm just using the same technique. The border shape layer. So you can't see the border shape layer because it's green. Let's Let's change that to maybe for this one. Just a good kind of a red color here, so you can see. So I've got a red border shape layer, and then I've got a shape layer for the actual, cutout. So, and then I take I use the border, the shape, the bottom shape as a clipping path for the background. And then for the border, that is also a shape clipping path for the color swatch. So now folks don't have to mess with the folks don't have to mess with going into the layer style. Oh, thanks. Let's go over that again. I'll go over that real quick. All right, so here for my full cam, like I said, I need one of them plugins. I'm going to clear that because I don't need that. All right. So we've got our cutout layer, our cutout shape, which is the bottommost, which is the clipping path for the background. And then I've got a border shape, and not a border shape. It's an actual shape. Right? So we have the cutout shape is used as a clipping mask for our border or for our background, and then we have our clipping shape for our background. Now the clipping shape is actually the clipping shape, and here's a listen. You can listen to I'm actually using the stroke and not a fill for that clipping shape, so that we can go in here and create that border as big as we want or as small as we want. There's some inside baseball there for you, Chris. Right? I'm using the stroke of the shape with no fill, and then we can adjust the stroke there. So see, if you want a thicker stroke on yours, you just got to go in there. The default is 6, and that is not something I am including in the instructions for now. I may go back in because I want to create a PDF file of the basic instructions, and then I'll create another PDF file that will have advanced customization. Advanced customization. Well, there you go. Yeah. So thanks for that kind of tip. You got my gears turning when you were talking about it the other day, because that was the big thing. It was a little extra work kind of creating the whole thing, but I mean that now people, it's really simple. Oh, you don't believe? Trust me, that is in the works. That is in the works. That is something that I will be working on. I've done them before. But animated overlays will be those will be, I'll be creating stream graphic packages and not templates for that stuff. So there you go. That's the my I don't want to save as. I want to save file, save file, save. Why is it doing the save as? What did I do? Yeah, I'm to create some animated backgrounds. Yeah, I will be using After Effects to create, some backgrounds, camera borders, same kind of stuff you can get over at Nerd or Die or Own TV. But you just won't have the one-click install because they work with partners on those. So for like Stream Elements, but we'll create some tutorials on how to, there's tons of tutorials on how to, use Stream Elements and slobs to build your templates out of within Stream Elements and those with the elements that are provided. My eye itches. I'm going to save that as 2 just in case. Yes, stingers are easy. I create those all the time working for the TV station. Wipes, stingers. So one thing I was going to work on, that's the template. One thing I'm going to work on is basically, the same thing for Stream for Stream Deck icons. I'm going to open that up because I want to grab my background here. I'm going to take that artboard. Come on. Go to my Stream Deck. I'm going to drop it in here. It's way big and huge. Actually, I know what I want to do, so let's just do that from scratch. All right, okay. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Don't need to save you. Assets, backgrounds. That was grunge abstract. Where's that grunge paper? Or ink? It was ink. Ink. Delete. Size that up a bit. I'm gonna open up Illustrator real quick. And I'm good. It's what time is it? $9:18. All right. Coffee. If you need some more coffee, let's take a quick coffee break after I do something real quick so that all right. I'm gonna pull up the be right back screen. I'm gonna go refresh my coffee, and then we'll get into some more of this button stuff. So grab your cups. Should be back in about a minute or so. So let's do that. I am back, but if you're not back, that's okay. I'll wait like just a minute or two. Let everybody else get back in. I am Grimskull. If you're just tuning in or don't know, you're lurking around. I am the super awesome pixel pushing samurai for Overland Geeks, David Foster Media, Overland Geeks, Morning Invest. This is my channel where I do some live streaming work. I need to start doing some videos. They've called me the graphic sensei. Well, actually, it was Chris from Interfleet Broadcasting that called me the graphics sensei. I've been a graphic designer, motion artist for about 20 years. And now I'm a full-time content creator. So I watched a little bit of it, or at least, you know, I made sure to have YouTube up on that fan, the Battlestar Galactica fan film. I didn't watch all of it, you know, but I kind of lurked on it when it premiered. I mean, I love fan made stuff. It always has that quality. You know, it has come a long way in the technology to be able to do that, and you know, one of the best fan made series I've seen was the Star Trek Continues. But yeah, people are doing really awesome things in the sci-fi fan world after the fall. Yeah. I had grabbed some icons somewhere that I need to go find. David has he's been super busy kind of rearranging studio stuff. He kind of he's moving his studio down into the garage. So like I said, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of stuff he's working on. Where did I? I'm moving some files around here real quick, so Farragut Ford is in Indiegogo. What's Indiegogo? Forgive my ignorance. There's an Indiegogo, INDIE Gogo. Is that what you mean? Got it. Yeah, it's like Nice. Yeah, cool. Oh. Got it. Indiegogo. Check. Bookmarked. All right, let me move these other files over real quick. Hopefully it'll be quick. Doing it on my production PC, so it doesn't bog things down. Oops. I'm all right. I do have a light spray of coffee everywhere. I'll be getting the old Windex Clorox out. I breathed when I should have drank. There we go. Yes. Death by coffee. I mean, I couldn't think of a better way to go. A better way to go. Could not think of, I was just gonna ask, so, after the stream, what does everybody got going on? I've got a little more work I want to do. Some cleanup back here. Another Sean suggestion from the other day. It's like, I've got some Velcro ties and I'm going through all my bins and stuff, and I'm Velcroing up all my loose cabling. Then I really need to go through and label. I should probably do it at the same time, and then I'm going to resort my my cable boxes, my boxes with all my equipment in it. Start kind of getting rid of things that I'm not using anymore. Because I'm trying to create a bigger space behind me right now. There's kind of stuff that limits my movement. I mean, there we go. There we go. What is that? That is something. I don't know what that is. All right. So you see all the cabling down there. I've moved my my guitar amp. Move my guitar amp under here for now. But those are all my bins with all my cabling stuff in it. So I'm trying to reclaim a lot of that floor space back there for VR space. And also to start playing guitar, because I want to hook up everything. I've got this great mixer. Have to do a wedding. Yep. What kind of coffee you drink? We drink Verona coffee here. I drink Folgers Black Silk at the moment. That is my poison of choice at the moment. Interfleet is prepping for his next interview. Fan fiction writer Fran Severin, hopefully I said that right, an interview with Cole McQueen, Space Above and Beyond. Space Above and Beyond. I think I've seen that, right? I've seen it. Still waiting for these files to copy, so we're almost there. Yes, I remember that show. I do remember that show. Yeah, they were fighting this kind of alien race. What did David Duchovny did he make an appearance? Yes, he did. Look at that. It was a pretty good show. I enjoyed it when I watched it. I don't have room for a stand-up arcade unit. Ashland Gear, here's what's funny. That's funny. You know, when you get an adult actress kind of went mainstream there. I just hear she's an adult actress. I don't really know. I don't watch it. I don't know what that is. Never heard of her. Forget I said anything. So who's this Cole McQueen? A writer? Or the creator? I'm not really. Oh, Colonel McQueen. You said James Morrison. Got it. Was that his character, Colonel McQueen? It says Tyrus Cassius. So you're talking to like one of the main guys. Yeah. Which, you know, that's what you do. That's what you guys do. Are you heading out? Are you heading out, Michelle? Yeah. James Morrison has a he's like TC McQueen. Is that? Yeah. Okay. I can't tell on the. Oh, there is. Yes, it says. Yeah, you can't tell. I can't tell what it says there. There it is. Yeah, TC McQueen. Got it. I'm good. We're good. I couldn't remember. James Morrison though, he's like one of those guys. You're not okay. Good. All right. Michelle is not leaving. My bad. Not that we don't want to get rid of you. Not that we want to get rid of you. But yeah, James Morrison is like one of those guys in that thing, right? He's that guy in that thing. That guy in that thing. I don't know if he's actually in that guy with that thing, but a guy in that thing too. That focused on the women. That guy in that thing. Star Trek. Well, like I said, there's a thing called that guy in that thing. Yeah. Yeah. Hans Ixnay on the Ornpay.
Why?
Are you leaving me? Oh, well, good. Nothing. Well, are you doing anything for lunch, or just coming home for? Or were you gonna get something for? Okay. You. What's wrong? What's wrong? Bye. Alrighty. Yes, it's the Whovian girlfriend. I think she enjoyed Batman too, the Batman. Where were we? IMDb. James Morrison. That's, James Morrison. Has been in a lot of things. I'm stealing your thunder a little bit, I guess. I'm sorry. I apologize. I mean, let's go all the way back. I mean, let's go 19 into the 80s, right? Fatal Vision. He was in Fatal Vision, that TV series way back when. Anybody seen that? That was a good series. I like that. He was in North and South. Werewolf, Houston Knights, Monsters, Jesse Hawks. I don't know what that is. Capital News is a series. Never watch it. Last Flight Out. Don't remember that. Good Cops Bad. Don't remember that. Enemy of the People. Quantum Link, of course. Like, he's like in almost all kinds of automotive. Yeah, I don't remember it. I don't remember that one. But he's like probably almost any popular series he probably did an episode in, right? He was in Frasier at one point, Walker, Texas Ranger, The White Dwarf, Space Above and Beyond, of course, in 1995-96. He was in Millennium, right? Who remembers Millennium? With Lance Henriksen. Is he still alive? I don't know. I haven't seen Prey. I don't remember what Prey is. I don't remember what Prey is. Brooklyn South, Beyond. I mean, Diagnosis Murder, Profile. I mean, Nash Bridges. Remember, of course, the X-Files, The Others. I don't know what Freedom. I don't know what Freedom was. I don't remember Freedom. The One. Don't remember that either. I didn't watch The Division. 6 Feet Under, I did not watch. Jag, he was in that. I mean, like I said, The West Wing, CSI Miami, Cold Case. Numbers, the series, right? You remember that? He was in 24. Private Practice. I mean, the dude is, again, he's you have an IMDb page now? No way. No way. Look, there it is. Look at that. Look at that. Christopher Todd Moore. That's Tipsy Toaster. Look at that. There's Peter. I don't know the rest of these people. You're missing one. Grim Skull as himself. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't worry about that. I'm just kidding. Awesome. Let's see. Damn. How do I create my own? Or do you got it? Do you got to fill out? You got to fill out the proper forms, paperwork. I don't need one. I don't do. I want to look at something. Carlos Larkin. All right, here it is. Yeah. This is this is my buddy. It's my best friend from high school. He's in LA at the moment. I'm sure he won't copyright strike me. Right there, that's him right there eating whatever. Carlos, my brother, don't strike me.
Hi, yeah, is this the zombie technical support hotline? I've got a bit of a zombie situation here.
We want to help you.
That's him right there. I'm not trying to drop names or anything. I just, those guys like my brother. We fell out of touch for a long while. We're in touch through Facebook and everything, and but very talented guy. Does a lot of indie stuff, but he's a voice actor for World of Warcraft and a lot of other things. So I just just trying to add the repertoire. I don't know what. Now I'm adding to the list of people I know who have IMDb pages is Interfleet Broadcasting. That's freaking awesome. Forms and proscriptions. Got it. Yeah. I doubt she is related to Richard Gere. Yeah. So anyway, we were finishing up with Mr. James Morrison. I mean, he's done stuff all the way up to Law and Order Special Victims. So very familiar face in the acting community, on TV shows and stuff. So, all right, all my stuff is moved over. So let us continue. Grab me some icons here. Come on. I'm using this program Synergy. It's a good program to use, but whenever you get near the edge of the screen, because Synergy is a program that lets you control several machines. several computers with one mouse and keyboard through software and not like a KVM. Because the KVM, you got to sit there and mechanically switch it, right? I have, at least, unless there's ones out there that, you know, don't let you, or, you know, I went out and got a Bluetooth keyboard, the Logitech MX, because I've got the MX mouse, the original MX mouse too. I love it. I like it. And then I got the keyboard, and they're both Bluetooth. And then I got some Bluetooth dongles. But the only thing I don't like about Synergy is that every once in a while, you know, it sometimes it's not smooth with the switch. You know, sometimes it seems to, like, you know, hang up at the edge. You know, but I've got my my stream PC. You know, I've got this all hooked up. You know, on one screen. So that I can control, and then, you know, I can go to my my production PC. And then, if I want, I can then go up to well, I don't have that set up first screen, but I can do it on Duo. On the bottom screen down there of the Duo. Well, here we do that. There we go. So that is I'm pulling in behind me through NDI, and then I can go to that screen. But there's a lot of latency in that, so I can control stuff from on that computer behind me. So yeah. All right. So one of the things I was doing here is I am. This is kind of, we're working on a new creator toolkit logo. But I wanted to grab that and pull that into here because I want to kind of do some branding. I'm going to create a color overlay. We're going to make that white. Let's make it black. Let's make it black. Then I want to grab my own logo. Which I actually got to go down to live stream. Which overlays, showdown, elements, logos. Here, just drag that. And I'm also gonna do a color overlay on that. And then I want to, on both of these, I'm gonna make them I think we need to go into the blending. There, that's not giving me any blending. All right. I am going to rasterize that layer, rasterize that layer. maybe make that white instead, or a color. What if I make it pink? Why is it not turning pink? Okay. Might have to actually pick the pink color. There we go. All right, there we go. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Cool. That's one of the hardest things to do is, man, you know, when you're creating your own stuff, you're always tweaking it. You're always tweaking it. You're never satisfied. Ask Sean. Ask her up TV. I mean, it's like any one of a designer. It's like the hardest thing to do is create stuff for yourself. You know, because you're never really satisfied with it. You always think there's something else you can do better or different. All right. Yep. All right, so come here. All right. First off, we're gonna go in here and make this black again. Black. Okay. Normal. Make sure that is normal. Everything's normal. And then I'm going to rasterize that layer style. Same thing for your rasterize that layer style. Boom. All right. Then put some soft light on those. Right. Actually, let me make them normal again. Normal. Now I'm going to create smart objects out of them. I'm just rasterizing them for these because I'm going to be changing colors and blending modes and everything, and you know, it just makes it simpler. I don't usually rasterize them, you know, if I'm going to use them as is. It's just simply for this creative process. So then I'm going to go in and do soft light on those. I'm going to And I'm going to pick these two colors. I'm going to take the gradient tool and create a gradient. I take that and do a color burn. Take those down just a little bit more. Maybe take this one and make it a little bigger. And all I'm creating right here, I'm just creating kind of a backdrop, the base. You know, the base background. I'm going to select all of those, right click, and then, you know, button background, right? That's the button background. And that is my control. I'm going to click on the control, the control artboard name. It's going to bring up these plus symbols, right? I'm going to hold my Alt key and then left click to create a new one. That's going to create a copy. I'm just going to say button 1 on that one. I'm going to drag that artboard down below the control because I hate it that it puts it above it. I don't like that. I should look in the preferences to see if there's a way to change that because I don't know. I don't like that. I like going top to bottom. So I got this background, and so now I should be able to go right and double click this background, and then if I want to get rid of those logos, I can. It's different. It's different here because I did not constrain this whole thing to the size of the canvas of the original Kansas canvas. I can do that, right? I can go in and click on the crop tool and then crop that in. I can if I hold my Alt key and then I can just pull the top and bottom in. Right. And then save that. I just need to make sure when I go back to my original, my original control panel, that is aligned center. Then go to my other button and just align and center. But that should still, when I double click that, now I can go in and I'll turn these back on. And they're still linked, so it changes. So we're good to go. You can go over to my Gilded over there and post it in general, your new logo, and let me look at it if you want. It's hard to see as a well, I guess I can go to your. I'll do that here in a little bit. We'll go look at your. Did you change it in all your channel graphics, Ryan? So I got a button 1. Now I'm not going to do a channel cutout. I mean, I could do some sort of, cutout, but for now, we want to grab some. I grabbed some icons. To use. some creator icons to use. And one of the first build outs I'm going to use, I'm going to copy this. Oops. I'm going to paste it as a smart object. Actually, I'm going to paste this as a shape layer. It's really small. Look how small that is. So I'm going to right now I've got it scaling to constrain without having to hold any modifier keys. So I'm going to pull that open. And right now it's just using the color, right? I'm gonna change that color in that shape layer by using the path selection tool. And up in the fill, I'm gonna change that to green. I like using green because that's the green screen kind of color. I'm going to go back up to my control. I'm going to create a layer, right? I'm going to fill that layer. With green. By using Alt and the backspace key. I am then going to right click it off to the side, create a smart object. I'm going to name that one Icon Color. Right? Icon Color. I'm going to Alt click and drag that down. I'm going to then go back and double click on that original icon color, smart object. That's going to open it up. I'm going to use my bucket tool and make that that magenta pinkish color. I'm going to save. All right, I'm going to do, okay, I am going to go back, right? Layer 1. Before I make it a smart object, I am going to name it. Name it Icon Color. All right. I probably didn't do that with the, yeah, it says Blue Skull logo, and that's not what I really want. Blue Skull logo. What I can do with Blue Skull logo PSB open, I can then file, save as. What time is it? I'm gonna go for about 10:30 here, and then I'm gonna jump off. I'm going to save as, and I'm going to go actually back to my production Stream Deck graphics. Right now, I'm just going to save it. I'm going to rename that. I'm going to rename it as button background for now. Save it. All right. Now what that does though is that will delink it, right? Now it's no longer, you know, this button background is not the background I want. But here's what I do. Since I saved it, I can go over to my production stuff. Stream Deck graphics. I've got it in I've got it down here in Bridge, right? I can then go up to Control, right? I'll delete. I deleted that one. I deleted the background in the control layer. I'm then going to drag in to your desktop on the control. All right. I'm then going to go down to the button that I created and delete that background. Then I'm going to alt click and drag. Boom. All right. So now I've relinked it. So now when I open that up, right now when I double click my button background in my control layer, it opens up the button background PSB, which I can then sit there and change, save. There you go. And I've also got my button color. But my icon color, now I can right click, convert that to a smart object. So now when I open that one up, it says icon color. That makes it easier to kind of recognize things, you know. So we're going to change that icon color. Let's change that to that pink color. So I'm going to use my pink or my bucket tool, create that pink. I'm going to save it, go back over. I need to drag that icon color down to the button, make a copy of it that way. Then I'm going to hold my Control Alt key and then move my mouse cursor between that shape layer and the icon color and click, and it'll create a clipping mask. All right. Now it gets kind of lost in there, so maybe we want to change that color. So I'm going to go back to my control layer, double click that icon layer, color layer. I'm going to click that blue color. I'm then going to take my paint bucket tool, change it to blue, Control S. Boom. So some of the first icons folks use, right, for their stream decks are to tell you what scene, right, scene you are on in your production. Oops. So that tells you what scene you are in your production. So we want to add letters or numbers, right? Numbers. Numbers is a good common way to say this is scene 1, this is scene 2, this is scene 3. I'm going to change the name of this button to Scene 1 with my artboard tool and the Scene 1 connect I'm going to double click that, or click the X, and that'll add one. So that's now scene 2. Drag that under scene 1. All right. So we'll want to add some numbers. And I am just going to add a font, you know, a basic, you know, add a number and then change the font to it. Let's change the size of it though. Where's my... I did some moving around before. Come on. Change my move tool. Change it to a V. I didn't mean to do that. 1. All right. Now, there's a few ways we could approach this, right? We could approach it with, like, you know, do we want a contrasting color in there or not? You know. I'm just going to leave it as is. But we're going to take that in scene 1 there. We're going to take that icon color. I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now. Right now, we're going to take this character, right, and we are going to change it to Arial. Arial bold. We're going to stick with Arial bold. Arial, yeah, bold. Right now, because Arial is a very common, it's, you know, it's on pretty much every Windows machine. I'm going to leave it that way in case I decide to leave. If I decide to leave the text as editable and output these, then you know, people can go and change the text if they want on those. Or I could create shapes, you know. Convert to a shape, right? We could convert it to a shape. That way, if I wanted to go in and go back to the VBoss and no one has VBoss on their computer. Right. I can use that as a clipping path. And look, I don't have to even pull it up from, well, yeah. I should pull it from the control panel to make sure that it's the correct one. We will change, this is the shape layer, so we're going to go into our direct shape, and we're going to change that to green. That way we know it's a clip shape. Boom, there you go. So line it, and then, you know, we can do the same thing with our next button. Come on, get down there. Scene 2. We're going to change that to VBoss. Bold to right click it, convert it to a shape. pull down our icon color. To center it. All right. And to do so, we can do as few steps at a time. I'm going to go ahead and leave an editable version of the text right in that. Let's leave an editable version. We'll just turn it off. For now. That way, when I go to, I'm going to check something real quick, make sure our, all our colors are switching like we want. Yep. Then I'm gonna click on the artboard and then do the alt click. All right, we got scene number 3. Drag that down. I'm going to create a copy of that text right there. Turn it on, turn that text off. We're going to leave it as 3, but then we're going to convert it to a shape path. So there we have our scenes. We got some scenes there, right? I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click on the scene 1 and then move that down. Because we're going to kind of sort these in a way to where, you know, these are our scene and camera controls. Then we're going to do audio, right? Mic, mute, or mic, right? Yes, I can. So right now I am creating a base button deal. I'm going to tweak it. I will be tweaking it. But right now I want to create all my base buttons. I mean, one thing we could do at the moment, right now, we could go to the control. I'm going to add a layer. And I'm going to fill it with black. Oops, black. And then I'm going to use the opacity to control the brightness. See you, Michelle. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. There you go. So now I've kind of controlled the brightness of the background. by controlling the opacity of that black layer. Because we could add more detail to this if we wanted to, like with the stroke, right? But I haven't seen what it looks like on the actual Stream Deck itself, you know. Because in the end, these are going to be seen on the Stream Deck, and sometimes adding a little bit too much detail, like strokes and stuff like that, kind of get lost because now they're smaller. You're seeing them big. What happened? All right, let's just say we go to stroke. We're gonna make it a color. The size is 1 on the outside. Normal. Maybe 2. You know, what color stroke do we use? Do we do a drop shadow? Do we do a pink drop shadow? There's just all manner of ways to, but you got to think they're going to be, you know, seen about that big, right? We'll mess around with the colors a little bit later. All right, folks, it is 10:30. I am past the time when I usually am supposed to get out because other people got things they got to do around the house. But I will keep going with this and bring more on Tuesday for what we're doing here. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. I got a little bit done. I didn't squirrel as much. Sorry, Squirrel, you didn't get to make an appearance as much as you wanted to. But yeah. Happy Sunday. Go out and enjoy the rest of the day. Go outside, do something, you know, get some stuff done. We'll see you Tuesday. And you know, work on some more stuff. I'll see you in Morning Invest. If you watch a good news channel, want to watch a good news channel, Morning Invest is in the morning. But yeah, take care, and we will catch you on the interwebs. Peace.